Hey everybody, it's Jim from Senior Social Squad. Hey, I got a little bit of health bad news, and I want to take advantage of that and do a video series about it because I have been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And this has happened relatively recently, but I want to give you a little background on it. 6 or 7 years ago, my PSA, which is prostate specific antigen, readings started going up, and I was actually on testosterone supplements that I was getting from a private clinic because I wanted a lot of energy. I was still working and had a very stressful, demanding job, and I wanted a lot of energy, and that really helped me with that. But one of the side benefits of that, I guess, is they were testing my PSA periodically, and I was on, I think, testosterone about 3 years or so, and it started to creep up over 5. And at that point, they said, no more testosterone for you. If you are a man and you're interested in taking testosterone, I would think twice about it. I wouldn't recommend against it necessarily, but 3 doctors have used almost this exact same phrase with me. They said, if you have any cancer in your prostate, even if it's just a little start of something or anywhere in your abdomen, taking testosterone is like throwing gasoline on a fire. So it's something to consider before you jump into the testosterone supplements or shots or stuff like that. But anyway, what happened was over a period of time, now we're getting to more recent times, my testosterone was creeping up, and my primary care physician was keeping an eye on it and doing a prostate check, what they call a digital check, which is,
Bend over.
one of those every 6 months, and they really weren't finding any trouble spots at all, but my prostate continued to creep up. And so a few months ago, it got over 9, and I was at that time, had my primary care guy turned me over to a urologist, and the urologist said, it's kind of iffy, and I said, well, let's, just in case, let's go through the next phase. And the next phase of that was an MRI. And in an MRI, they put you into the little coffin kind of tube and focus specifically on your prostate. And when they did that, the test results were not very good. There's a measure that they use called PI-RADS, and it goes from 1 to 5. It's a scale, and it has nothing to do with stage of cancer or anything like that. It's a very preliminary estimate of whether or not you have cancer or not, of the odds of it, looking at your MRI. And it goes from 1 to 5, and 1 is very low probability, and 5 is a tumor that's very, very, very high probability. And it turned out I had 4 tumors, and 3 of them were rated at a 4, which is considered pretty darn likely. I don't know if that's a scientific term for it, but pretty darn likely that they were cancerous. And then the 4th one was a 3, which is kind of on the fence. So that isn't particularly good news. And we have to go on to the next step, which is a biopsy, and is a little bit more invasive than the MRI is. There is some good news and silver lining, though, and that's with prostate cancer. It is vitally, vitally important that you catch it before it breaks out what they call the capsule, what they refer to as the prostate capsule. It's kind of a hard shell that surrounds your prostate. And if the cancer is within that shell, within the capsule, the 5-year survival rate, with doctors use all this stuff with probabilities, but your 5-year survival rate, if it's in the capsule, is close to 100%. It's like 98.6% or something like that. If it gets out of the capsule, it goes down to about 30%. So the silver lining in my case is that it is within the capsule. And so now we'll go on to the next step, the biopsy, and that's where they can tell about stages and stuff like that, and give it a little bit more idea of how serious this is. So this is the first video of a series I'm going to do, and I'm going to do them kind of in real time. But if you know anybody who's going through this, or if you yourself are going through this, please stay tuned on YouTube, and I'm going to put together a playlist once I get enough of the videos together. But keep on watching, subscribe, and keep up to date with this, and I hope this will help you if you are on a similar journey to mine. Okay, I will see you in the next video.